You know, whenever we went to war, it was always because the country was getting attacked or something. And when we thought, I'm gonna tell you, Afghanistan is something up. We went from Afghanistan to Saddam. And see, what I see now is Israel was pointing shit out. Saddam Hussein was saying, fuck, we already sticking the bushes, selling everybody else barrels for 50, sticking us with 100. You gotta remember back then, 100 a barrel. Bushes were getting shitty, you know, they're okay, we do what we say. They started it. That's why I said the Bushes all the way in, because we attacked Iraq for no reason. Their reason was because of the regime. And they killed Saddam Hussein. Which, they did not attack us. They wasn't attacking us. They was attacking. They didn't like it. They didn't like the way they talked to the arrogant ass people. You see, they got killed. Just like the leader of Iran. They got oil. You saying, fuck you, now the whole world's shitty because you stopped on the Strait of Hormuz, so America's looking stupid because they got everybody in their shit because Iran like other countries that hit us. And you got China and Russia helping them out, giving them weapons, but they're not violating their laws, and they're trying to keep peace. And this is where NATO. See, they leaving this shit up to us before they get in, because I start seeing something. What they're showing us the corruption, and that's what I got to give Putin and John Xing, okay, I get it right. That's just like Xing in China, and they're still holding their composure like leaders, like. They gonna stop this shit because this nigga's attacking them. Why would they get in it? Think about it. Why would they get in it with his own allies? Besides one is against him. And he's attacking all the allies he need, like Canada and shit. Why do they have to attack us? They can just sit there and wait for America to dry up. People don't give a fuck about you. It ain't about taking us over. It's about when they motherfucking tails is coming between their legs. Because it is, because they're gonna run low, period. And they're gonna be shitty. And why fight when their own allies is at war? And that's where we gotta help our allies control our government and these politicians and all that. And they got to get this military. I told you our military wasn't all our military. I thought I was kidding when I said that. Because they put some motherfuckers in them spots. And that's what I was bitching for. You taking people that's ranked in them, that come up the rank. Put some people we know nothing about, leading our weapons, our Superman tools. And they're over there now listening to their people in the government and NATO say they didn't have no meeting, they just did this on their own, on the whim. And see, the biggest thing is, we never went to war and attacked with a country. We never helped a country attack another country for no reason. They're talking about the future, and they don't know what they're talking about. They think they're the experts, talking about they saving America from the future. No, it's because y'all don't want to change. Y'all want to keep taking shit in the future. Y'all want to get them before they get great, because you can see the greatness in Iran. So you want to keep them from elevating. That's what I see. And I see Iran doing what any country to do. you let a motherfucker attack you from their country, you in it. There ain't no such thing as not being in it when you help them. That's what I'm talking about. America doing treaties with other countries, selling them weapons, and want to get in the middle of it when you the one fueling the fight because you the one keeping them going because they ain't got the resources to keep going. And you got to accept the fact that they lost or they got to give up something and then rebuild. But you want to calm it down so the people are safe. That's what America's role was. Not to filter the supply and then come in as backstabbing ass negotiators. And that's what the country see. That's what Putin see. That's what Putin been seeing. That's what Xi been seeing. And now Mark Carney just opened all their heads up. Because he know we wrong. When I try to attack Russia, they just guarding themselves. Because, nigga, as long as y'all stay in that shit, the more we upset with y'all. I'm hoping all these countries know where to target. Because it ain't that we weak. It's just we need to stand ground and say we're not fighting with this. Yeah, you done did it. It's sure you do what you do. You use your resources, not ours. Because this ain't of our democracy. We never said we was authoritarian and we never let a couple people run our military and make decisions on countries without our country behind that declaration of war. Because these people had to get elected and they had to follow the rules. These governors are supposed to follow the rules because they governors of a state. And what state will want, the people of that state are going to want their governor to be a cheater, to be unlawful of the Constitution. That means none of us got to follow no judicial system, no judicial law no more. That's serious. Because we're not in a democracy, and if we're not in a democracy, they can change the authoritarian. It's a different government. And this is why we're getting suppressed, because they run the judicial system just like this in states. On me. That's why I talk, because it's our judicial system. Not caring about people's lives. Thinking other people's lives is better and thinking people that got money. Lives is more than a person. They can't afford that because y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about in somebody's life and y'all don't know them. And other countries don't know us. They just know what our government been going out there. And just like Israel, they be trying to hide what they doing. That's why they didn't want us going in and out the country. That's why they didn't mind getting Americans back here. Because you're going back and forth, and you might have information. And they don't want information to come back because they seeing a different side, because they getting different medias brought in. We get something in, but it's because we ain't here based. And then we get stuff out, but they throw that AI shit, so you gotta wing through what they showing you. Because they be making it seem like they doing almighty. But they ain't talking. Before, we used to talk to our soldiers on the boats. They used to have them on TV. And how you think about the war and you see it, they behind that shit. Why don't we hear our soldiers' voice? They could die tomorrow. Nigga, they just as much as this country than anybody else. We want to hear them. Their lives, they could be gone tomorrow. Why aren't we hearing our soldiers talk and speak up for what they believe in? Let us hear them say they down with this war. Give us some evidence that our soldiers aren't being forced in this. They're coming up dead and we're not hearing nothing from our soldiers. When has our government ever did this? This is what I'm talking about. They're slaving our soldiers, and they probably don't, soldiers that probably don't want to have nothing to do with it, and they can't get out. And they will kill them. That's why they don't put it up, because you don't know how they die. They just tell you how they die. And that's how ruthless they are, and that's how I think. And y'all need to think like that, because they're doing us like that. If you got them out there with no laws, you're in international waters, you're going to do what they say, or you're going to go to the bottom of the ocean. Or you're going to be, something's going to happen. That's how I feel. That's how I really feel. Because they scared that them soldiers get to talk about they don't want to be there. That's when our country really gonna uproar. And that's what I want to hear, because I love my people in the military, and I want them to know that. And I want y'all to understand that people's lives are getting taken. And don't ignore this until it happens to you. It's gonna happen to you, because you ain't thinking about nobody but ourselves. And that's what I call selfish. And I call our government selfish for not getting these journalists, getting these people, getting our military respected. Because them soldiers are fighting for their country, that's what they say. So why can't they talk to their country? Why can't they be put on there and say hi on TV like a professional star? This is more than a sports player. This is their lives. This is a job that can take their life that they're going inside. Why can't we see hundreds of our soldiers? Hundreds of them, not all, not their select few. Because they're going to put with their select few. I ain't stupid. Put our soldiers in front of us. Let's hear them talk. They ain't seen their families. Get them some spread. Get them start them. Get them front seat like you do the president. Their flesh. And you will know if they want to fight this war. And that's what we need to fight for, because we need to, if you know you don't like this shit, then I'm damn well sure your soldiers don't like that shit, because they know you don't like this shit. And that's a scary situation. To be fighting for a country that don't want to be at war, and you know it's wrong, and you're going to kill somebody that's right. Everybody in Iran is right. They did nothing wrong. I don't care what they say, they're attacking their country. People's lives are getting taken. And if this can be avoided, it needs to stop. Other countries need to make it urgent, like Corny said. And we need to group up. Y'all need to connect. That's the connect. That's your connect. He's the leader. He's on his continent. It's the closest thing we got to showing unity. Don't make no difference what government. We're talking about unity, enlightenment, rising up for the right, and knowing that our government's wrong, and it's not of our belief. We don't believe in striking people down for any reason. Because they doing what they doing, we already got it. We can talk to them so they grow. But if you got it, why can't they have it? Israel got it. Why can't they have it? Israel's misusing it. They using that as the last result, and they're already talking about it, thinking they got secrets. And they hiding secrets from everybody, even us. Like they ain't supposed to tell us. What the fuck's going on? Why our country? Did you try to target us? Say you're going to target us if we don't help you? Then I prefer to call they bluff, though. I prefer us to be hit because we're trying to save lives in another country and not be behind this than to be behind this in this government. That makes all of us ugly. I'm scared, but how do you think they feel? Because I think about it being here, I just don't think they're getting here. I'm thinking about the same shit happening here. It's coming out the sky right here, y'all. House you right there, you don't know. They ain't gonna tell you, just launch it. Our government's stupid right now. The military leaders they put in there are stupid. Their analysts don't know what the fuck they talking about. They think they do. But they got a battle over there they got to concentrate with. And it opens doors all over the place. we surrounded. And our biggest help is trying to be attacking us. Mark Carney, our Canadian, they're standing up for what they believe in. Let's follow that lead, please. Yep.